A Boise shelter that has spent over 2 decades making room for those with nowhere else to go is growing and starting a new chapter. Aspen Shumpert joins us in studio now. Aspen, Interfaith Sanctuary has fully transitioned into a new space this week.
They have, Abby. The road to get there was anything but simple, but tonight years of work are turning into a new place for people to call safe.
It's where it all started.
For over 2 decades, Interfaith Sanctuary's nightly emergency shelter in Boise on River Street has been a lifeline for thousands of Idahoans experiencing homelessness.
We have been here so long and have been such an anchor.
Guests were only allowed in at night. The space has 140 beds, but could accommodate up to 180 people.
This would have become floor space at night. People would sleep on mats here. I can't think of a time where we didn't have people sleeping on the floor.
A space never built for the job, but one that never stopped showing up.
It's not fancy, but it always had what it needed, which was heart.
Executive Director of the organization, Jody Peterson-Steiger, says the operation has ran well beyond its limits for years.
Is it the best way to serve? No. But were we able to serve the people in need? Yes.
But now, after 5 years of roadblocks, including zoning denials, pushback from a local neighborhood, and some lawmakers trying to prevent the project from happening.
The option to stop was never an option because we need to take care of our most vulnerable.
The fight paid off this week. As of Thursday, for the first time in over 20 years, this emergency shelter is without guests.
And I'm seeing our guests that lived here living in this new space. And the transformation is immediate.
Because the organization has made the move into its newly built 24-hour shelter, 4 times the size, dorm style, with resources and amenities like medical clinics and well-being programs so guests don't have to leave every morning.
You can just see the wear and tear come right off of them.
One of those guests is Scotty Cully.
We're good to know that we're all going to be in a better place and have a more healthier environment.
But as excited as he and staff were about this new start, his first week came with an unexpected moment.
This place has come with a stigma that we're going to have to overcome. It's going to take a fight to overcome it.
Scotty lost his leg at the age of 24, has spina bifida, and walks with a physical disability. This week, when he went out for a walk, someone nearby called the cops saying a suspicious person was in the park.
It made me feel like I was less than, like I wasn't good enough, or like the way I walked was a crime.
Scotty felt defeated and never wanted to leave the shelter building again, but the response from the community was immediate, and so was the healing. After sharing his story on Interfaith's social media channels, one neighbor nearby came and took Scotty for a walk with her dog. Another dropped off a card.
But after seeing how much love it got and how much people support me walking and all of us together walking, it made me feel 10 times better. Like, it made that one little person's bad reaction feel like nothing to me. So it was awesome.
Jody, too, is confident support will continue to grow, and trust in a new neighborhood will take time. But there remains one thing still weighing on her heart.
Didn't get to bring everyone with us.
Under their city permit, the shelter isn't allowed any overflow guests, and their 205 beds at the shelter are accounted for, meaning if someone shows up at their door tonight, staff cannot take them in.
In their life, they are constantly feeling not seen, not cared about. And it feels like when we had to make this move without them that we were actually reinforcing that. And it's not true.
She's counting on Boise's network of shelter partners to make sure no one falls through the cracks.
If you fight hard enough and you believe strong enough, there's a world of support and partnership waiting to help you.
As Interfaith Sanctuary settled into its new home this week, another Boise shelter is seeing an influx in guests at their shelter. The Boise Rescue Mission says in just the last week, 31 new men checked into their River of Life men's shelter, and 10 new women arrived at the City Light Home for Women and Children. Reverend Bill Roscoe says the numbers were already climbing before the transition, currently sheltering more than 100 people overall than this time last year. And they too have some sleeping on mats on the floor for overflow space.
We have seen a lot of first-time homeless in both the men's and women's shelters this year.
Their rescue mission has its staff and supplies ready to handle the influx, but are asking the community for help. Throughout March, they are collecting non-perishable food donations at locations across the valley and accepting monetary donations at boiserm.org. As always, those experiencing homelessness or in a housing crisis can turn to findhelpidaho.org for local resources available.
Aspen, this has been such a long journey for Interfaith to get to where they are today.
Yeah, definitely. And this is something that was primarily funded by private donation and the volunteers. Jody says really the community is what made this project possible for them.
Thanks for covering this for us, Aspen.
Yeah.